Welcome everyone to the Drunkard's Path. This is our 50th video. That's a 50. I can't believe it. If anybody told me that after I retired from the Coast Guard that I would be making YouTube videos, and let alone 50 of them, I would have laughed them silly because I did not see that coming. But I am so glad that we went down this path because we're actually having quite a lot of fun doing it. So. And thank you everybody for watching. We're building up, slow but sure, a nice little community, and we appreciate everybody that subscribes. So don't forget to hit that subscribe button. It is free to do that, and leave a comment, and it really helps to generate this video. So if you like what you see, our content, our tutorials, what we've got going on, please subscribe and tell your friends. Okay, I just want to say, if I look a little tired, that's because I am. My little dog, who's about 15 years old, just over 15, he is taken to wanting to find me at nighttime. So I hear the little click, 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 click of his toenails across my bedroom floor. He can't see very well because he's got a cataract, so he just wants to be with me. So I get up and I put him back out on the couch because that's his spot. And then within the next hour or so, you hear the tick, 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 tick again. So I just finally give in. I go into the spare room, put him beside me, put pillows around because he's all of 5 pounds. I'd hate for him to fall off the bed, but bless him. We love every minute with him. Every minute we get. So that's just part of owning a dog. Anyway, let me see here. Okay. Just to update everybody, we have always a big prize every 3 months. So starting April the 1st all the way to June 30th, any purchase that you make, your name goes in for the running for this lovely cross-stitch package. Now inside this, you get 2 full yards of fabric. You get this cross-stitch university package which comes with the fabric, the floss, a needle. You get this small Mad for Plaid bag. You get the zipper charm. So everything all neatly packaged up. So good luck to anybody that puts or that buys something. Your name is in there. Our winner for the flea market flower cross-stitch pattern, that goes to Amanda Jane 2619. So Amanda, if you could please drop us a line at support@drunkardspath.com and leave us your physical address. We will get this out to you right away. And for this video, we have this lovely 1 yard of fabric. And look, it was off the Christmas line, but you can use it outside of Christmas projects. So use your imagination, and please leave a comment. Something, just whatever you want. I read all the comments, and everybody is so kind and leave just lovely things. So we greatly appreciate it. Yeah, leave a comment and you'll be in the running for this. Just quickly want to touch on the tariff thing going on. We did make an order, and we noticed that our prices have not, what we have paid has not gone up. So until that time comes, prices are going to remain the same. So as long as we don't pay more, you don't pay more. And I will definitely keep you posted on that. So everything is status quo as of right now. Okay, let's, actually, as I just said, we made an order. So we've got new things to the shop. Oh boy. So the first one is just your basic. This is your Kona Jet Black. I'll just drop that down. Just your regular basic black, but this is a staple you must have in the shop. So I just want to let you know that we got a nice full bolt of the Jet Black. Next we have this one is French General, and this was somebody had brought this to my attention, how they would love to see some French General. It's actually pretty hard to get. Like, there's not a whole lot of selection out there unless you order months and months in advance. But we did get 4 bolts, and I would love to be able to pronounce this. It's Runier. Never mind, because I'm going to butcher it, and all my Francophone friends are going to say, they're going to be laughing in my face. So whatever the first word, the second word is Trois by French General, and this is like a red color, red and like a beigey leaves, I guess, like a paisley type of a leaf. So that's the first one. The next one is from Sacre Bleu. This one's called Smoke. And that's what this one looks like. I just love French General. They're just such feminine looking fabrics. I'm glad that we got them. This one is same from the Sacre Bleu, and it's called Ciel Bleu. That's what that one looks like. It's very pretty. And the last one from that collection, this one is Pearl French Blue. So you can find these on our website at drunkardspath.com under the fabric collections. And I have another bolt that I bought, and when I saw it online, I think it was like I got one of the last bolts there was. It's a Riley Blake, but it's Lori Holt, and she's got a few of these types of fabrics. They're called cheater fabric. Well, I call them cheater fabrics because I'll show you what it looks like. It looks like you've sewn all the patches together, and it's got the line down it, and this is so great, especially if you're a beginner quilter, because then you don't have to sew all the things together. You just have to, you can play around with the quilting, and you got the line, so you've got a line to follow. You don't have to sew all the squares together. It's already done for you. So I'm just going to open it up just a little bit more so you can see the full thing. And as soon as I saw this, I knew exactly what I wanted to make with it. And it was so strange because I knew what I wanted to make, but I wanted to get the pattern. Well, the pattern pretty much fell into my lap because I get Sherry McConnell's, newsletters. And in the newsletter was a free pattern to make a large tote bag. And I knew straight away I wanted to make a tote bag with this, and that pattern just came, the next day or 2 days later. So I downloaded the pattern, and again, this is free. So it'll be linked below, as well as she has a tutorial on how to make this. So this pattern and the tutorial kind of go hand in hand. So she used a charm pack, and we have the squares already on this fabric, so you don't have to. So I think I used 6 squares as opposed to, let me see, 1, 2, 4 or 5 squares over. So I had to make a slight adjustment, but this is my bag, and I thought this turned out so nice. It's nice and big, so you can take it to the grocery store. And this is the inside. This is the fabric I used for the inside. Well, you can see that. And the bottom looks like that. It was really simple to make. I just used batting for to make it a little stiffer. And what you do is for the handles, I don't know what you call it, but they're 4 handles to make long handles. They're kind of interwoven, and what you do is you cover them so it matches the inside of the bag, or whatever fabric you choose. And it made it so pretty, so you didn't have to have like the stuff doesn't really look really nice. So she had this really good idea of covering those handles. So this is what it looks like. And this bolt, I got 15 yards. Now I used a bit. A customer came in and she saw the bag and she's like, oh, I have to get that. So I think there's probably a good, just over 13 yards left, 13 and a half yards. So when this is gone, it's gone. I can't get any more. So yeah, jump on this one. Okay, what else have I been working on? I have done another row on my temperature quilt, the Bernina temperature quilt. So this is January, February, March, April. So this is what we have done so far, and you can see as we're going over towards that way, we're getting a little more color in there, and you can see the pattern forming. So it's coming along. I will just show this one as I get each row done. That makes it a little easier, so probably when I get May's done, I will show that. Next we have the Riley Blake block challenge. It's the block 14, and this one's called Give It a Whirl by Melissa Mortensen. Is that 14? Wait a minute, am I going backwards? Oh, yeah, I am. Okay. Block 13 by Amanda Niederhauser. And this one's called Round of Applause. And this is what that one looks like. So these again are free patterns on the Riley Blake website. So, and that's that one. That's nice and colorful. We'll go to 14 by Melissa Mortensen called Give It a Whirl. And that's how that one turned out. That was a little bit trickier, but you know, once I always go like step by step, so I don't get ahead of myself on looking at the pattern. I just do one step at a time, get that one down, go to the next step. So that's number 14. And you know what? There's only 2 more blocks to go on this. So hopefully by next video, I'll have them all done. And I think they already put out what the finished quilt looks like, so can just take it from there. And the next one I have is May's Quilting Life, and this is Sherry McConnell. This is what her May block looks like. So there's a little flower. I guess that's a tulip in the middle, and you have your log cabin here. And the only thing is on this one, you have to pay attention to where the solid or whatever you choose goes one way and the color of the printed fabrics will go the other, and it changes from month to month, so you have to be aware of that. So that's that, and I've got them all on here, so I'm just going to show you a little recap. Okay, so that's what that one looks like, and they're quite big. I think 18.5 inches like that. So that is May. So let's just go backwards. April, March, or it could be, I could have this mixed up with February, who knows. Next one, and because the heart would make more sense to be done in February. And this, I know this one was January. So we're almost halfway there with this one. We'll see how far my fabric takes me, because I wasn't sure if I had enough to do the whole thing, but hey, I'll work with what I have. Okay, next I have is a little cross stitch, a fully finished one. And this was by Primrose Cottage. This is their free, I'm showing the wrong side, the free pattern for the month of May, and it's called Hello Spring. So you just go to their webpage and sign up for their newsletter, and the first Thursday of every month you get this, you get a different free cross stitch pattern. So this is my fully finish of that one. It turned out kind of cute. I did make an error, but I'm not going to get into it. This is what it looks like. It does look springy, so I'm happy. I'm just going to show you a little bit of the cross stitch that I have. So in my book of days, so we're into May. Wait a minute, we'll go April, lots of stitching. We're into May. So this is how I keep my cross stitch journal going in the book of days. And let me see, I started one, and it's just so pretty. It's called Quaker Village, and it's quite big, so it's going to take me a while, but I did like the colors. It's so colorful. So there's that, and I've kind of folded the linen, but this is my start on it. And you can see I've got up to here. I haven't got the middle part of that motif done, but they've got a start on this one, and I think it looks pretty good so far. But it has some really beautiful colors, and I believe these are all DMC. Let me check. Yeah. So DMC is quite pretty. They have really vibrant colors. And let me see here. I've been working really hard on this one. I have it 99% done. And this is one that I showed you the beginning of, and this one's called The Sweet Birds Sing by Blackbird Designs. So that's the front of the book. And it's going to look like this. And then you put it together, making this little roll pouch, I guess what you can call it. And it's going to look like this. So you have to add the pockets. And then you sew another piece of linen on the other side, and you can put a little trim on there and a button, and that's what it'll look like when it's all done. I didn't get that far, but I have the just about all the stitching done. So look how pretty that is. I think that is just so cute. I made an error that I have to pick out. I put red on here. It's supposed to be more of a beigey color, so I got the wrong floss out, so I have to take that out. That's not a big deal. And I have to just finish that and add a few more of these down here. And that one's going to be completely done. So I'll be able to, hopefully, by next video, have that complete roll-up pouch done. But I really, really loved working on this one. As soon as I saw it, because this came out for cross stitch market this year, and I knew I had to have this one, and I wanted to work on it. It's so Victorian era to me, and I just love it. I just love how it turned out. Okay, I've got one more thing to show you. Every year there's a company across in England, and it's called Hands Across the Sea, and they do some beautiful, beautiful cross stitch charts. And every year they choose one called Queen of the May. And this year, I sent away for it, and this is what this one's going to look like. It's a whole booklet that they give you when you purchase the chart. The chart's all in here, and they give a history of Elizabeth Stevenson. She's the one that stitched this originally, but it is so beautiful. And you see the actual model stitched on Hands Across the Sea floss tube. It is so pretty. So when I ordered that, not only did you get the pattern, if you order it through, there's a Facebook group called Friends of Hands Across the Sea or something to that effect. Anyway, if you order your pattern through that, you actually get this free little panel of this sampler. And this is what it looks like. And I made myself a nice project bag. So she sends you this beautiful little panel. So I found some fabric that matched it quite nicely and made the project bag. And then on the back, you get a smaller one. So I added that to the back of my bag. So it turned out really super nice. And the inside, what does it look like? Oh, I've got this nice fabric here. So they really, really go out of their way with packaging and adding a little something. And they even put like a greeting card in there for you to use as well. So it was really well worth buying. So you check out that Facebook page. And speaking about Facebook pages, we have a Facebook page for Drunkard's Path. So go on there and have a look and follow us. That would be great, and we can show our stuff that way as well. Stick around to the end of the tutorial, and I'm going to show you my finished quilt top. So now is the tutorial with the charm pack and the layer cake friendly block. So today I'm going to show you how to make this block right here, which is so super simple. But I saw this quilt show up on probably my Facebook feed or something. I saw a photo, which Andals will insert it so you can have a look at it. And there's no pattern. I just looked at it, went, okay, this is super easy to figure out. I will do a tutorial on this because I really, really like the way that it looked in the quilt. It was just scrappy, and just something about it caught my eye. So I thought, you know what? I'm going to do a tutorial on this one. What you're going to need, and it is, we're going to take that out of the way. I'm going to show you that you're going to need charm pack, layer cake. Now I know most people have charm packs sitting around, and this is just so perfect to use up one of your charm packs. And I happen to have a layer cake. Well, it's actually a junior layer cake, so it's just half. So I'm going to make 20 of these squares, and you can make all 40 if you want to make a nice, a lot bigger quilt. But the 20 blocks are going to be just fine for what I'm going to use it for. So I have, both of these are like a nautical theme. So this had like mermaids, and this was like called Fisherman's Bend. Yeah, that's it. I'm reading upside down. So what I did was, I always starch my stuff, and yes, it does shrink it a little bit one way, but that's okay. For what we're using this for, it does not matter. And even with this, it's okay. It turned out just fine because we are going to actually cut down when we sew everything together. I'm going to show you, we're going to trim it down so it doesn't matter. So I'm going to show you, this is this charm pack. So these are all my pieces. So let's just grab one of these. And let me just look into, oh, you know what? That's probably a nice one to go together. And let's say, well, let's do two. So we have kind of a pinky one. Let's go with this pretty greeny blue. And what's something that's really contrasty to that? Let's peek through what we have. How about this guy? One with the fish. Okay, let's start with those ones. And the tools that I'm going to use are, I've got my Perfect 5 Creative Grids ruler. I have my, wait a minute, Perfect 10 Creative Grids ruler. And for my trimming up at the end, I've got the 8.5 inch square Creative Grids ruler. And of course, rotary cutter. So, first things first, we're just gonna, let me see, keep them together so I don't forget. Now you'll probably see this is gonna be just ever so slightly off. See, it's a little bit shorter one way than it is the other. So, I'm going to just kind of eyeball that and get it in the center, and I'm going to trim off whatever is extra. All right, I'm going to go backwards, and no, you're not supposed to do that, but hey, I'm on camera. Okay, let's do the other one. So we have them going the same way. Just going to go a little bit more this way so I don't be chopping any fingers off. Might make for good video, but no thank you. That, and then we'll go back this way. Close the blade, so that one goes that way. So now we're going to take this piece and lay it down like that. So here's our Perfect 10. And let's, right, it has the same thing. So this one, we're going to trim like this. Get that excess off. And this time I'm going to turn around because I really don't want to cut myself. Okay. Let's have it there. Square it up. Because I starched a little bit shorter that way. But again, does not matter. So we're going to cut 4 strips of 2.5 inches. So put that so I can read it. So first one, I'm going to line it up at the 7.5 inch mark. Okay. And then, sure that's straight. That. There's one. We'll go to the 5 inch. So we don't have to move our piece. And then to 2.5. And there we go. So we have our 4 strips. Because we're putting a 2.5 inch border around our 5 inch square. So let's get this guy back over here. So that one is going to go with that one. So let's do that again. Okay. Lay down our ruler and try to make it pretty straight. And we're going to go trim that off. Spin it around, and let's go nice and straight. Cut off the edge, and then we'll do again to our 7.5. To our 5. And 2.5. We get 4 strips of 2.5 inches. Okay, so 2 of these strips. So what I'm going to do is, I'm just going to lay them on top of each other. Make sure they're nice and straight if you're going to do this. Okay, I'm going to put my ruler on there. I'm going to line it up on there so I make sure it's nice and straight. Because we're going to do that and that. Okay, that's the waist. Okay, so I'm going to sew, put the fish the right way. We're going to sew these 2 sides. Okay, I'm going to do the same thing the other 2 strips. Make them nice and even. Put your 5-inch ruler on there. Waist. Then there we go. There's the other 5. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to sew, bring that back. So these ones will be sewn together, and then these ones. So I'll do that, and we'll get to the next step. Okay, so here are these 2 squares done with the sides sewn on at a 1/4 inch seam. And now we're going to take our other strips, and we're just going to sew it, well, right sides together on both sides. Now you can pin it, and we'll do this one as well. That one goes along there, and this one goes along there. And then I'll sew these, and I'll show you the last step. So here are all 4 sides sewn onto your little charm pack square in the middle. And yes, there's overhang, but you know what? That's okay, because we're going to take our 8.5 inch ruler, and what we're going to do is we are going to trim it up. There's a diagonal line here, and I'm going to go from corner to corner, and I think we got about right. So we're just going to take it, and we're going to trim all the way around. And then one more. Take our scraps. So there's another, that's how fast and easy this block is. And it's perfect, so 100% 8.5 by 8.5. So there's no worries if you think, oh, I'm a 1/4 inch off, but you're not. Gonna be right on the money. So I'm gonna take this one, I'm gonna do the same thing. So trim it off. Oops, move that just ever so slightly. And just get rid of the extra. Take that off. Move that, and then we'll just put these guys together so you can see how nice they're gonna look. Scraps out of the way. How nice they're gonna look when they're all sewn. Like, how fast is that? You could easily do that in a day or 2 and sew it all together. So if you got something coming up like out of the blue and you think, oh, how can I make a quick quilt? This is a really quick quilt. The photo that I showed you, I wasn't sure how big that the borders were going around. I just used 2.5. Now you can use whatever size you want, but it worked out great with the 10-inch squares because it cuts up nice and evenly. So it looks really, really nice together. So I'm going to go 5 by 4, and then I'm going to add some border. So it's going to look pretty cute. But I'll probably not keep this in this order because of all the pretty colors that are in that charm pack and the layer cake. So you kind of have to shift things around so you don't have the same colors touching another one or same patterns or something. So you can just really mix it up. So yeah, this is a nice easy one, beginner friendly, so give it a try. Well, I hope you enjoyed that tutorial because it is a super easy and fun way to make a quilt. And just to show you, I finished mine, lickety split. It didn't take any time at all. This is my finish of that quilt. So you can see that I used my charm pack for the middle and the layer cake to put the borders around it. Then I added both the green and the beige border. So I'm just going to lift this up so you can see down here. And adding the border gives it a little bit bigger, but if you wanted to use a full charm pack, 'cause I only used half, then you'd have double the size of this quilt. So this is the fully finished quilt top. Thank you again for sticking around and watching our video, and on to number 51. So keep sewing, keep stitching.